That's the problem. That's the solution. So let's tell our world government that we need to solve it. So I want to go past this for a second. So in the 1970s, I'm sure maybe a couple of you were around. And there was a large environmental movement at the time. Someone may say like more than 2 million people across our nation were in the streets protesting, saying we want clean air, we want clean water, and we want the government to do it. And that's what we call issue salience, which is when the general public takes either lead cues or cues from themselves and say, I want you to do this, and it's the massive part of the conversation politically. And the government gets a lot of that passed. And you can see just that top line there. So this is a graph of people who, when economic growth is against environmental protection, when you have to prioritize one over the other, that's what this graph is showing. And this is Gallup polling back since 1985. So this is just after a lot of that reform has passed. And you can sort of see the lighter green line is protection of the environment, and the darker green line is protection of the economy or encouragement of the economy. So right after the 80s, right into the 80s and early 90s, it is really hot. People really care about the environment. Sort of drops off a little bit, and then in 2001, you can sort of see after 9/11, the economy is more prioritized by the general public. You need an economy to go to war. And then after that, Obama was elected, and it sort of inverts, and also the economy kind of takes a little dip. I don't know if, I think I was around then, actually, that's when I moved to Wisconsin. We moved from California, where house prices were very, very high, to Wisconsin, where house prices were very, very low. A lot more open area, which I do not regret, even though I had no say in the matter when I was 6. And then you can sort of see it go right back up. And during this time, since 2009 to 2019, almost 2020, the amount of conversation around climate change has really ticked up. And that's what a lot of that is at the end there. But a lot of this early talk is about individuals and their quality of life and their quality of access to the environment. So people want more roads that lead them to maybe places to recreate that are outside. People care about that more if it's directly about them. But this slow rise later is more about climate change, that thing that affects you, right? So if we know all these things, we should come to an international agreement. And the first really big one after the Earth Summit in the 80s was the Kyoto Protocol of 1997. So all the countries, a lot of countries, key one countries, which are developed countries, we put together really low targets, and the US signed on. And the only problem was they weren't really binding, because the UN wasn't given any true authority to say, hey, India, you didn't meet your targets, so we're going to fine you, I guess. There wasn't really any binding agreements. And after that, we learned a little bit better, but the targets were higher, and it was still not a binding agreement after that.